Gator? So we've been looking at our cable bill lately. I've heard so much about streaming, and we have started to stream more stuff on the smart TV. And the term, cutting the cord has become very popular. And they had a free trial of Hulu Live. In Hulu Live, I could get all the stations I pretty much have now. In fact, I could get more than I'm paying for with cable. So Sunday was our first day experimenting with Hulu Live. And so imagine basically using wireless internet instead of a cable running directly into your cable box or TV or whatever. So Hulu Live costs substantially less than what cable does. Now, you'd have to keep, if you use your cable company for your internet as your internet provider, you have to keep that. My first experience was the Patriots-Titans playoff game. And the picture wasn't quite as sharp, and it was a little glitchy. And I'm like, ugh. Well, that may end this experiment with Hulu Live. Now, I have multiple TV setups, so I went and checked, the basement where I've got the command center.
Yeah.
They are all smart TVs, so I'd be able to stream everything. Now, on Hulu, I can only stream, I believe it's either one or two TVs at the same time, but I can stream ESPN as much as I want. So provided, I think I'd be able to stream everything unless it's one game on NBC. One game on NBC and one game on CBS. I can stream Fox and ESPN on the other TV, so I could have it all covered, most likely.
Fuzzy and glitchy.
Well, my second experience was the Michigan State basketball game. Little fuzzy, little glitchy. But alas, Gator, I noticed something.
Mm-hmm.
The Vikings-Saints playoff game, not fuzzy or glitchy. And what did the Michigan State-Michigan game and the Patriots-Titan game have in common? They were both on CBS. So last night, I streamed Fox Sports Detroit on Hulu for the Pistons and the Red Wings. Crystal clear, perfect picture. No glitches, nothing. So I guess my question is, for people who have made this change, my fear is I don't have any problems with picture quality with cable. Is it a constant concern? Is it just CBS's stream? Was it just on the day I happen to have that? I mean, at first I thought, well, maybe the picture doesn't look as clear because there's fog in New England. Remember, that was kind of a foggy game. But then I had a chance to go straight from Hulu. I still have cable hooked up. And I'm like, no, it's definitely clearer on cable. So is it worth saving the money but losing some of the quality of the high def? The other thing about Hulu is it's not as easy. I haven't figured out yet how to navigate around and just like surf around as easy.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, because I was at a friend's house a few months ago, and they don't have cable. They just had other services. And I don't know if it was Hulu or whatever it was, but trying to find the show that you want to watch was really difficult because there's not a grid.
No.
You have to go through types of genres of the shows and then sift through, 50 of them to find the one that you want.
Not nearly as easy.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, at least for our experience, it wasn't like, 8 o'clock at night, let's watch, Love It or Fist It, whatever, and go for it, and couldn't find it. All you could find was you could find it through HGTV, go to Love It or Fist It, and go to the episodes, and I don't know. It's
not nearly as easy, but again, for the amount of money I might be saving, and let's just say that it's more than half.
Okay.
Like I'd be saving the Hulu Live service costs not even half of what I'm paying for cable. So to get that kind of savings, I'm okay with the navigation, that it's tougher to navigate. What I struggle with is, am I going to consistently be upset that the high-def setup I have is just not as good?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a legitimate concern.
Yep.
Making sure you get all the channels you want. Do you get local channels?
local channels.
You get like 2, 4, and 7 and
2, 4, and
Fox.
7 and Fox. I get them all. I don't know if I get like the community access.
Okay, but like if you wanted to watch, local weather
Yes.
and catch up with Luderman giving you the weather, you can watch Luderman giving you the weather.
Yes. But my first experience is last night I was kind of back on board with Hulu, and I'm thinking, is it just CBS? Is it just CBS's stream? And one of the tweets here from Todd, I just saw it, says, every time I stream CBS, it's blurry.
I am not in the camp that really I'll wait before I make the switch until it becomes really, almost foolproof and commonplace, and it's real simple, and everybody, I always want to wait a little bit. I was late to the table on the HD TVs, but I was fine with being a little late because the prices did come down a little bit, and you got to work the bugs out and all that.
Yep.
Kind of like, people that want the electric cars, let that work itself out, the bugs work out, and then eventually maybe a great route to go. You want to do it, go ahead. But I'm going to take the same approach when it comes to streaming. To me, the one thing I would love to use streaming for is to put an outdoor TV. I have a TV in the pavilion gazebo thing that I have in my backyard. Put one there so I could watch TV there. With cable, I can't do it.
248-539-9797. I am always seeing stuff on social media about people who cut the cord. And I am tempted to do it because cable is so much more expensive. But am I giving up quality of picture?
I just feel
like,
well, you're always taking that chance when you stream anything, right? So you're always taking a chance right off the bat there. Secondly, with everyone doing their own streaming now, I think the term cut the cord is really going to go out the window because if you want everything, you're going to pay for it anyways, and it's all going to add up to the same, if not more, than cable or whatever, I think.
Let's say, again, even if I pay $60 a month for wireless internet, right, in the house, I'm still less than half of what I'm paying for cable.
Yeah, but to Kang's point, if there's always going to be the glitchy issues, that's so maddening to me that you want to throw the TV out when that happens, and there are creature comforts of cable that I love, like the grid that shows me what's coming up, where I can see it. I love that.
I know. I just, for instance, okay, if I lose the grid, is the grid to me worth, let's just throw a number out there, $215 a month? No, it's not. You know what I mean?
And also, by the way, not that you might not care, Doug, but you are on a bigger delay when you stream things.
Yeah, I don't care that much.
But if you invite Stoney over and he's on Twitter, he's going to tell you about it before it happens.
This is a very good point.
So now you can't have Stoney over the house.
All the more reason not to have Stoney over. 248-539-9797.
Or
have you
one of your
considered
kids. I have considered it, but the more I look into it, and I'm not just watching sports. I'm more like on Gator side. I'm watching everything. So if I want the other channels, like I said, everyone's doing their own thing now. I'm back on paying for everything all over again. I'm just going to put on one,
Okay, let me just stop you there. Everything I get now, I get that and more with Hulu. So you say I'm going to end up paying for it anyway. I'm be paying substantially less and getting more.
So like ESPN and all the other stuff, you know what I mean?
I get ESPNs I don't get now. I get SEC Network, which I don't get now. I get the Olympic Channel, which comes from NBC, which I don't get now.
Well, I get that stuff now.
Well, but I get it, but I could get it.
It's part of a sports package.
But I don't pay for that package. I'd be paying less and getting more.
Like, I know you don't like HBO. I know me and Gator are big into HBO and the premium channels, things like that. I don't know MTV or whatever, Food Network. I don't know what all these other streaming, what they would include, how much you have to pay. I haven't looked that far deep into it, and maybe it does already include it, Doug.
Well,
but
I'm curious to see how cable companies like Xfinity or AT&T or WOW or whoever, I'm curious to see what they do to counter this. Because obviously more and more people every day are making that switch to go to streaming services as opposed to going to cable. At some point, cable's got to figure it out and say, all right, we're losing too many customers. We need to be more customer friendly, cut the price or whatever it is they're going to do, or offer a bunch of other services.
248-539-9797. Don and Canton, you're on 97 on the ticket. Hi, Don.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I just listening, and so there's a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of things you said that I could address because I did this 3 years ago. The one thing is I'll talk about quality, and it's usually the other way around. I'm surprised that you're seeing less quality. But again, your internet service provider is giving you so much megabits per second, and there's a lot to do with this signal, and some channels are a little worse than others. But generally speaking, someone like Xfinity, they don't even broadcast in their own network the amount of lines of resolution that you can get streaming. So you generally would get a better picture quality. And also what I will tell you is that the best picture quality I get is not even through streaming or through the provider. It's actually through my antenna, because I can get 20 channels by plugging in a cheap $9 antenna. And you can get CBS, NBC, channel 247, channel 62, way more clearly through the antenna than you'll ever get through cable or through Hulu or YouTube TV or Sling TV.
Really?
So, oh yeah. Yeah, big time. You'll notice such a difference. You won't want to watch it any other way.
I can't. So do you like literally go behind your TV and plug in an antenna?
Oh yeah, and it's mounted on top. The antenna itself is mounted on top of my entertainment center, so I can. I mean, it's pointed in the direction of I live in Canton, so it's pointed in the direction of Southfield, so I can get in Detroit, so I can get all the channels without ever touching my antenna. And again, the signal quality is great. I mean, what you don't get obviously is you don't get. It's live TV. You don't get a DVR when you're watching your antenna, so
right.
People, it depends what you want to watch. But then what I will also say is that just now you mentioned what are they doing to combat this? Like Comcast has a streaming service now. So they've already combated it. And Comcast is one of those companies too. Your cable service provider is going to want to sell you as many megabits as they can, because they're going to tell you, oh, you've got 5 devices. You need 200 megs. No, you don't. I'm an IT director. I know technology, and I have a $23 a month, 50 megabit service, and I can stream to 2 iPads and 3 TVs at the same time.
What about shows in Ultra HD and all that stuff?
4K.
Yeah.
It depends on the TV. So I've got one Ultra HD TV that's in my bedroom, and I haven't had any problems getting, the ultra high def, in there. Now again, some channels just do not have that signal. They don't, so, but it doesn't, I guess my TV, that TV in particular, is only a 40-inch. It's not big enough to see the difference if you are only getting 1080p, and a humongous TV is the only time and the naked eye is ever going to even see the difference.
Hey, thanks, Don. 248-539-9797. Cutting the cord. I'm close to doing it. I have my reservations. I've spelled them out. Has your experience been good, bad? I'm watching the two games. I noticed a difference. Patriots, Titans, Michigan State. They're both streamed on CBS. I wonder if it was just a CBS thing.